My name is Chris Williams, and I'm a Dish Network technician. I install the Dish Network satellite systems, hook up the receivers to the televisions, run the cables, put the satellite dish on the house or on a pole, and bury the lines, whatever it takes to get the customer television service.
And I can sell somebody dish, and I can save somebody money on paper, and I can do all kinds of stuff here in the showroom, and we can give them the technology. But you know what? If it doesn't work, it's not any good to them. If you look at satellite system, satellite installation, the main thing that you hear there in that word is satellite. So if you don't have a good satellite signal, if you don't have a good proper installation from the dish being mounted to the boxes being installed, then you don't have anything. You don't have a system in general to be able to use. So it all starts when you get to the home and get their satellite installed and it being done proper.
After we have figured out what package and what plan they're going to want to do, we can make the account from right there in the store. So sometimes customers will stay in the store. It takes about 10 minutes to run a credit check. We're done within around 10 minutes. We can go ahead and give you your copy of the sign-up sheet. We always do that so customers know exactly what they're leaving with. And we go ahead and schedule it that day too. So you know when your technicians come in, it's usually within about 3 days that a technician comes out. And you know, if customers are in a hurry, they don't have to stay for that 10 minutes. They can go and we can call them afterwards. But we do go ahead and get it all done in that day, so they know exactly what to expect when they leave.
The next thing that we'll do after a customer signs up is we'll get them on the schedule. So we're going to ask that customer, when's good for you? We install and are open 7 days a week. So we can accommodate anybody's schedule, which is a nice approach. A lot of Dish Network dealers are not. So say we decide that you're going to be installed on Wednesday or whatever day is good for you. The next thing you're going to get is the day before your installation, somebody from our company will call you and make sure, hey, is tomorrow still good for you, or do you need a different time or date? Then the morning of your installation, your technician will call and meet and greet you on the phone. Hey, I'm Chris, I'm going to be your installer. I'll see you later on, or I'm on the way now. Then right before your installation, the technician will call again to give you an ETA, an exact time of arrival. You know when we're coming the day before, you know that we're coming. Then on top of that, you know who is coming because your installer calls you, greets you on the phone, lets you know his name, and tells you when he's going to arrive. And then at that point, that's when that important quality satellite installation begins, once the installer arrives.
Well, what I do is I will call them and I will let them know what time I should be there, or make sure that it's an appropriate time for them and that they're still expecting me. And I'll arrive on site in uniform with all my tools and correct equipment needed to install their system. And then I will walk around the property and find the different options of where I can put the satellite dish, and I will take the customer with me around and show them the different options and see which one that they like the most and try to accommodate their needs. And then I will install everything, make sure everything works properly. I will have them show me what rooms they want the TV service set up in. And once all that is finished and the receivers are activated and their service is working, I'll take the customer, I'll take them and explain how to work the system, change channels, use DVR services, the different abilities of their Dish Network system.
They're in the comfort of their own home, they're in front of their TV, and he'll demonstrate how to use it and then let them have some hands-on as well. It helps a lot for them to be able to do it in the comfort of their own home.
We've had customers call up and just say, hey, I want to thank you because your technician did a great job. And
in general, getting a satellite system, when it's being sold by a good salesperson and a good company, then it's a positive thing. All the information has been exchanged. Everybody knows what to expect. Everybody knows what the price is. It's a happy time. It is like Christmas because you're coming and usually you're upgrading their home from something that they didn't have before. And so you get there and the kids are running around and they're excited about the TV guy being at the home, and because they're going to get either more rooms of television or technology or channels they didn't have before because they couldn't afford with the competition. And it's just a really fun atmosphere. You install the system and they're looking over your shoulder, and then you get it all hooked up and they just they want to give you a hug because you gave them something they didn't have before. You gave them a technology they didn't have before, and it's a really fun time.
We were installing, working together, and I climbed up the ladder, and the roof was very steep. So where I had to install the dish was the ladder went up, there was the chimney here, and I had to step to the back of the chimney and put the dish up and do all the work there. The only problem was having to step back around from the backside of the chimney onto the ladder. Couldn't do it. And I'm 30, 35 feet up in the air, and I didn't know what we were going to do because I was not coming down. So I was stuck, and we were just trying to figure out what to do. And I'm thinking, I'm yelling, "Call the fire department! Get me out of here!" A lot of guys have slid, and the only time that I've actually fallen was when I was installing on a houseboat, and the customer had held me, and they held the ladder, and then I just had to make a quick adjustment one time, and I didn't think about it, and I just ran up the ladder. It was only like 5 feet, and that ladder fell right out from under me, and I landed on the ladder. My tools landed in the water, and so I was buying new tools that day. I love installing on houseboats too. I love going up there. It's a lot of people have TV put in their bathrooms. I'll run into that quite often, and I'm not sure who's in there long enough to watch TV.